Hey, so this is our preparation video. So this is getting ready to prepare us for week number 2. What would be studying? What would we be looking for? And one of the things that I asked you to take a look at was reading Luke 24:13 through 27 to find out a little bit about the Jewish expectation. What were they expecting the Messiah to be? The anointed one, the Lord? They were looking for this figure, the Messiah. Were they looking for him to be a king? It looks that way. So take a look at Luke 24:13 through 27 and see if you could figure out what they were looking for, who they were looking for, who they were looking for the Messiah to be. Also, read Genesis 17, 5b and 6, 2 Samuel chapter 7, verses 12 and 13, Zechariah chapter 9, verse 9, Psalm chapter 10, verse 16, and Jeremiah 33:7. All of these are scriptures pointing to a future king or Lord, the coming Messiah. These are just a very few selections, and there are so many more references, but this will give you an idea. Then part 2 of next week's Bible study will include the history of the Old Testament, up to the New Testament, including the silent period of 400 years right before Jesus. I will give you the history so that we can have some things in context and in perspective as to why this king was coming as he was, who were the Jews, who were Israel at the time of Jesus. And, I'm sure you know that Roman occupation was in Israel. And so the Jews were not completely free people. They were oppressed by the Romans. How did that happen? How did we get to that point? Take a look. We will take a look at the history of the Old Testament up to the New Testament. And also the final portion of our study, which, we may or may not get to. This already sounds a little bit larger than I was thinking, but it is the temptation of Jesus in the wilderness. And that's in more than one gospel, but Matthew is the easiest one, chapter 4. And you see Jesus facing off with Satan. What is that about? Why is that so important? And what does it say about two kingdoms? So take a look at that as well, Matthew chapter 4, and we'll discuss it all on Wednesday. I'm excited about it and looking forward to it. See you then.